Hi YouTube family, it's Nancy, and I'm back with another process video for you. This again is a video from the caravan, so this is where I'm using up old stash that I didn't like, or for whatever reason I left behind because it wasn't something that I was really enjoying using. I'm going to be using 3 photos on this layout, and I'm using this map paper. Again, this is an old piece from a Studio Calico kit, and I believe it's a Tim and Beck piece. And I'm just taking these 3 shots which were from the road trip, and it is a Union Pacific train, which might be an odd thing for you to scrapbook, but it's one of those things that, you know, coming from England, it's kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like something that's very American to us. So I wanted to scrapbook it. I go through this kind of stage of the layout trying to work with that piece of background paper, but it's really not working for me. I pulled out some bits from my 6x6 pads. I then pull out this yellow piece of paper, and that is a Jelly Bean Soup piece, and again these are old Studio Calico kits, and I look at using that, and then that's a piece of glitz paper. But I really don't like where this is going, but I decided to kind of move on from the background piece and look at just creating a piece for that corner. And this is the Here and Now by Studio Calico. So I'm just working out what I want to do. I decided that that map print down in the corner is quite distracting, so what I'm going to do is just cut a box and fill in that gap so it's the same size as the photo really on the other side. And this is a kind of style you'll see me use quite a lot when I'm scrapping sort of, you know, 3 or 4 photos. 3 normally, because it's an odd space. I'm now going through my stash just seeing if I can find anything else that inspires me. And I pull out this piece of paper, and this is from the Explorer collection from Simple Stories. This is when Simple Stories hadn't been out that long, and this was out in 2011, end of 2011, because I brought every sheet of this paper, and I brought 2 or 3 of some of them because I thought, yes, this is what I'm going to use to scrap my America trip. Well, of course, by the time I came home, there was new paper that was exciting, and it hasn't necessarily got used, and I now have a huge wedge of Simple Stories papers that I haven't actually got around to using. And as you can see, this piece I'd actually misted on in the past, but not used. I have 2 of each of the sticker sheets. So I've got, you know, a lot of the elements for this collection. So I decide that I want to use these up, and you probably will see these in quite a few layouts actually, because I realised that actually how good they are to use. So these are some of the sticker elements, and this is kind of a, I don't know, it's not my kind of normal style, but I'm trying to challenge myself to use this, you know, the sticker sheets and that up, because especially as I've got 2 of the same sticker sheets as well. So I'm just looking here, playing around with the elements. This is quite a grungy kind of line, and it's not typically what I use, but actually I really like the end result of this layout. So that's why I want to use it again, because I think, you know, I persevered with it and I really like the outcome. So yes, not quite sure what I'm doing here. Oh yes, look, finding some of the cut apart sheets. And again, I got these because I was going to do a sort of lots of kind of pocket page albums, but actually I've done a lot more 12x12 layouts. There is pocket pages, and I have used some of these in it. I've also used some of these within my Barcelona album, as you saw as well. And these are kind of quite good to just pass these journaling cards to my boyfriend if I want him to do the journaling. So I kind of go, that's your card, fill that in. As you know, I'm trying to use up my stash, and this is a chipboard star, and I'm just using a piece, one of those cut aparts, to cover that. And I'm really happy with how that looks. It's kind of used the compass part of the paper, so I really like how this actually ends up looking. But there is quite a lot of fiddling. And again, that little sticker says road trip, so it's perfect for these photos because it was during a road trip. I just want to say I apologise if you can hear some background noise. It is raining outside, and I have my window open just to get some fresh air. I fiddle about with this cluster. I do kind of end up putting 3 sort of rough clusters in, but actually 2 of them kind of blend into one another. So where I'm putting that label is kind of like a second cluster. But I also put my title at the bottom, so you know, you could call that a cluster as well. These are just some photo corners that were on that sheet. So I'm just sticking them down. Just having a drink there. Very nice drink, I must say. It's cherry coke and sambuca. Very nice. I recommend it to people who drink, and you know, if that's your thing. It was very nice. It's the same thing with my scrapbooking supplies actually. I've got lots of kind of random food and drink things at the caravan. So I don't have like any wine or anything, I have just lots of spirits. So I kind of thought, I've got some coke, I've got some sambuca, we'll go with this. And again, in an effort like I'm doing here to use stuff up. Of course it's not for my benefit at all. But anyway, I digress. So I've just been pulling some stickers off that sticker sheet and added it to the bottom cluster there. I'm going to fiddle about with this blooming label that says snapshot. It's going to get moved around and then doesn't even go on the layout. So I really could have cut this out because it's really boring. It's like, oh, where should I put it? Where should I put it? Nowhere. Nancy, put it away. Put it away. Put it away. No, we're still going to keep fiddling. Oh, yeah. No. Shout at me. No, put it away. There we go. Finger tapping because I'm wondering what to do. So I'm just pulling lots of labels out and just trying to build up what I'm going to use here. So I also have the alpha stickers that went in this, and it had some kind of sayings as well, some little label stickers, and this one says on the road. So again, it went really well with the theme. So I'm going to play about with where I'm going to put that. But I do end up putting it in the top there. Don't worry, I will straighten it out. And then that's photos, so it says on the road photos. And then I think if I use a black pen, I am going to be able to journal okay over that spotted paper. I'm taking out the 9 to 5 sort of, don't know if they're called tidbits, snippets, whatever, from October afternoon. I've just pulled the stars because I had that big chipboard star, but decided I wanted to add some more stars. And again, they're kind of quite muted, grungy colours. So I pulled out those 3 stars, which I'm going to add to each sort of area on the layout. And again, I'm really happy with how, you know, this came out. I don't have my foam tape, so I'm just using these old foam squares. I'm just using all the excess to just pop up this piece. And again, so this stuff was just left lying on my crafting desk, to just kind of abandoned it. So it's good that it's getting used up. I'm looking at the other word stickers here, seeing if anything is going to work. And that says travel log, I believe. So I'm pulling out this espresso colour wash because, as you know, I don't have my mists with me. And I'm using it to just do a little bit of precarious sprinkling. But there is already silver mist on that background piece because I said that was done previous. So I'm just waiting for that to dry and thinking what else to do. Excuse me yawning away here. Something about YouTube videos and yawning. I pull off these sort of burgundy coloured tile stickers just to put the date, and I really like how that looks. And I get fed up of waiting for that colour wash dry. It's just kind of sitting on some of the cardstock. Again, I have no idea how old they are. Had them for ages, and I bought them off someone who hadn't used them and had them in their craft room for ages. So, just going through my other bits and pieces here, seeing if I want to add any of those to the layout. So I'm just going to put this star down, and I've pulled out these basic grey metal stars as well, so I want to use those up. So I'm going to add one of those to the cluster. I'm going to put them in the middle of those stars, and then add some little ones dotted around those clusters. Just trying to work out what will look best. You know, when you try and make something look random, it takes forever. These are some really old sort of travel theme stickers that I actually used in my journal that I took to America. And I was going to look at to see if I could add any of those. I play about with putting them on, but they're just too small and really insignificant. They don't really go. So I decided against that idea. Then going through my other die cut box, and again this is just all the odds and sods that I had lying around. Just seeing if any of these are going to work. Again, they are some travel theme stickers, but they didn't really work. These are some old pink paisley brads. I got them in this colour, and then I have them in like a coral and a blue. And they've been in my stash for probably a year and a half, 2 years. But I decide to try and get them used up and add them on this layout. I did think about putting one there as well. I just think they look really well. I think they look really nice. I don't have my pokey tool, so I'm just stabbing a blunt knife through the paper. It works just as effectively, really. Again, it just adds, those brads just add sort of another texture. I really like how they look. I'm just taking a bit of that washi tape that I've got lying around on my desk just to cover the back of those, especially that one over at the side. It's quite near the edge there. Then I just half a sticker sheet. None of those banners go the right way for this layout. So I'm going to look for some letters to use for my title. This alpha is, it's good because it's got all the different colours that kind of went with this collection, but I was trying to work out the word that I could spell using all of the dark sort of distressed black ones to match these sort of swirls and things. I do eventually work out that I can spell the right word. I'm just going to place this title along the bottom of that photo, so it's just, just a really sort of good place, and if I put my journaling above that, I think that'll just work really well. I do have to take this photo corner off because I'm putting a black alpha over a black and white photo corner, but I think it actually looks okay with just the photo corners on the top. And then I'm just using those small tile stickers. The title is actually an American classic, but I completely forget to put the "and" on in the video, but I realise when I'm kind of looking at this at the end that I haven't put it on, and even before I photographed it I didn't realise. So that is it, that is the end of this layout. I will put some stills up. I hope you've liked it, and you know, if you've got any of this simple stories in your collection, that you can get it out and use it up. So thank you very much, and I'll be back with some more process videos soon. Bye!